to relax now, you can just take the right hand off.
That's a key, because like, so I use my hands all the time. I'm a machinist, right? And last week, I'm doing little things. I'm grabbing really hard with this hand to do little things at work, and I got a cramp in here right now.
Okay.
And I really only notice it when I hold a harmonica, because I think I'm squeezing way too hard.
Got it. If you see the cover plates starting to bend in right there, that's a good sign you're you're holding too hard. Here's a good little practice. Put it in your hand like this.
Okay.
And lift your top finger. Just relax it to the point where it almost wants to fall out.
Okay.
That's going to be your hold. Now, take your middle finger and put it behind the harmonica.
Okay.
Now you've got a nice relaxed 3-point hold. And you can
okay.
go ahead and just do a couple blows and draws. Good. So it's really just friction and this backstop that's keeping the harmonic in place. How's that feel?
That's much better.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's how I generally play as well.
Okay.
It's about, again, finding those right contact points that make it really smooth. There's no reason why you can't just play like that.
Okay. And this being in the back, it's not really doing anything with the sound? Because you're touching the metal and sound goes around it.
Yeah, because even when I'm closed,
right.
I'm cupped right now. Everything is sealed, but
this is coming out the side.
It's coming out the side.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
on the right hand, we should talk about that a little bit. So you don't have to have the right hand on there if you don't want. If you're going to be playing, even with a bullet microphone, you can technically just play with your left hand. You're not going to get very bassy, but a lot of times when I play, you'll notice if I'm not holding it with my right hand, if I am putting 2 points on, I'll commonly just put my hand there. And that just gives me a little bit better of a measuring device.
Oh,
With you, when I'm playing, I'm normally going to be playing like this. Or I might grab with my right hand. I'm not saying that this is quote-unquote proper technique, but I'll just show you what I do. Make a gun with your left hand, or right hand, I'm sorry.
Right.
Put the harmonica right there. Pinch with your thumb, and just relax your top finger. So we don't spend much time on the high end. So you're not going to get, your right hand's not going to be in the way. So anyways, that's another way you can hold it relaxed. There's no good reason for that, except that sometimes you just lazy, you want to hold it with your right hand.
Okay.
But let's go back to the 2 points, left hand, right hand. You'll notice when I play a more difficult passage, I like to have my measuring device. I like to having the...
So you know where you are exactly,
Yeah, so
because obviously that's the most difficult part, is I have no clue where I am. I'm trying to find the corners of it with my mouth, and
Yeah, this is how you're going to tell where you're at, and that's going to take time to develop. There is some tactile reference, but not much.
Right.
Yeah, every now and again you might use your nose as a reference to your knuckles. Where am I? But you can't really see it.
Right.
I don't know why there's numbers, because you can't see the numbers while you're playing. Right. I mean, you could just go, okay, hole 5, there's my thumbs. Okay, that's the sound.
No one's ever put Braille on the front of it before?
It's funny you bring that up. How do you know if your harmonica is hole 1 on the left and hole 10 on the right? One, obviously you can just look at the harmonica when you pick it up, but it's pretty common to see harmonica players when they go to play, oops, I picked up the wrong side of the harmonica, and they're going to flip it around, because they're talking to the audience, or they're just talking, they get kind of excited. And one thing that you can do is drill a little hole and then inset like a little piece of brass or something to make a little nipple in the back, a little tactile reference.
So you know where you are.
Yes, since my middle finger rests in the back of the harmonica, I would put it right there.
In a specific place, so you know.
Yeah, I've seen students will glue a little rhinestone on that. Or you can take the cover plate off, get a piece of leather and a center punch and just put a little ding right there where your left finger goes on. For me, it's right over the A or the end on marine band.
Right.
So I do have a little bit of my finger there. So there's ways to do that. I tell most of my students what you do is you practice. We don't need to focus too much on this. Yeah. But every time you pick up the harmonica, just a little puff. So pick up your harp, just puff. Yeah, and even when you're on the bandstand, you'll say, hey, it's a pleasure to be here at the Poorhouse Bistro, and you just picked up a harmonica.
And you know where you are, yeah.
You know you're exactly, you got the right side up. Otherwise, if you're talking to somebody, say, hey, we're going to play a little song for you right now. And it's a song that Sonny Boy Williamson wrote.
Right.
You get used to just doing this little finger thing so you can turn the harmonica around. And you'll see Sonny Boy actually do that. He'll go, yeah. So every time you pick up your harp, just give a little puff and you know you got the right side.
Okay.
If you like the tactile aspect of it, go for it. But most likely you're going to pick it up upside down and forget to give it a little puff enough that it'll annoy you, and you'll
Got it.
want to do that tactile reference. But that's each person to their own. Any questions on holding the harmonica?
No, it was really mainly about, the concerns about the thumb, but that I think I'm good.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
good.
Well, okay, then my hand tends to want to, or the harmonica tends to want to go farther in, and I know we don't want to do that because then I can't get my mouth on it.
Yeah,
So I guess I've got to really kind of get it shoved in there
a little bit.
a little bit.
And then your middle finger being behind the harmonica will help it not to.
Now it's really only touching here. It's not touching anywhere else.
Yeah.
The middle finger.
I feel the knuckle actually fairly maybe at, if we have 1 through 10, I'm around hole 3. But
Okay.
that's your own comfort level.
Okay.
So I feel that finger stop it.
Okay, so you get more. I just had the tip on there, so I guess you get more of the side. That'll okay.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of a C curve with my hand, but yeah, a little bit of the side going there.
Okay.
That looks pretty good right there. And you'll develop a little callus right there. It'll be a little uncomfortable for a while.
Just gotta relax my hand.
Yeah. Well, probably the best thing to do is just to do that. Just let it sit on the finger and
Okay.
kind of bring it in and do that. Just kind of, you might make a little habit of setting on your hand. Try that, turn it over, let it fall in your lap.
Okay.
Maybe that's going to be a little thing you do every time you pick up the harp for a month or something.
It's not a bad idea. Just to. Okay.
Yeah. And I think that 3-point hold is kind of what'll help that to happen. With all this said, don't let the holding get in your way when you're first learning to play the harmonica, because you can hold it like this and it's not going to matter really until we start doing the wah-wahs and stuff. But if you feel comfortable just holding with your left hand or a little bit of the right hand, that's great.
Okay.
But right now we just don't want it to fall on the floor when you're trying to kiss that.